Knifedope. More dope. Come and get your figs. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. Knifedope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Got one that is now officially part of the collection. That's right. New dope coming to me courtesy of Knifejoy. So big shout out to them. This is the newest release from Andrew Demko, and this is the AD20.5SC. Stands for Slicer Cub or Shark Cub. You decide. But before we get into that, a little bit of knife flex time. That's right. This right here was actually a great knife this year that dropped that I feel fell victim to circumstance of timing. This is the Cavist Invert, and love everything that Mr. Jacob Lundquist has been producing, especially as of late. But this one came literally a mere week or two before the Veritas dropped. And the Veritas was such a great knife that this one just kind of got pushed to the back. But, you know, I do want to acknowledge that this is a great knife, man. It really is. But enough about that. Let's get to the dope. Okay. This new knife, I had debated even picking this up, to be 100% honest with you. But there were a couple of things that kind of pushed me to it. More importantly, it was that 20 CV blade steel. I've got a couple of different Demko knives. I got the 20.5 and the 20. However, both of those variants, or both of those models, are in 3V steel, which is a good steel. It's just non-corrosive resistance, and therefore me residing here in the South, corrosion resistance is a big thing for me. And so also this came in a little bit smaller than the 20.5. So I said, fuck it, let's give it a shot. To be exact, this one comes in at $200. There are a couple of different blade shapes available for this cub. Fantastic little snappy detent. I went with the slicer variation. We've got this beautiful drop point blade here, almost venturing close to a spear point, but it is a drop point. Nice flat grind on the blade. Fantastic stonewash finish. Now, something new that he hadn't done until these cubs came is these aluminum handles. With the exception of the Gravry version, all of his knives, the 20 and the 20.5, are in titanium. This is aluminum, and I'll tell you, the quality of the aluminum scales I've got no issues with. It's got kind of like a matte finish, so it's a little bit sticky to the hands, which I always enjoy. Utilizing the infamous shark lock. So we've got no blade play left, right, up, or down, essentially locking up tighter than a frog's ass. There are no thumb studs like you can find on the 20.5. This is just straight hole action, baby. There goes. They did a good job avoiding the plunge grind. You can see there. You can see your edge termination clearly. So there's going to be no issues when it comes to sharpening. Love the big pivot. You know, that's what you get here on these non-Gravry versions. That big pivot. On the clip side, it says Wampum, PA. And then on the show side, it's got Demko Knives. Also, another thing they did is they gave us this deep carry, a true deep carry pocket clip, which is actually reversible. Normally, they give you 2 pocket clips, and they are not deep carry. Let me check something out. I wonder if this has got to be stainless steel. Yeah, stainless steel pocket clips, which, you know what? It is what it is at this point. These are manufactured in Taiwan. Overall length on the cub comes in at 6.87 ounces. We've got a 2.75-inch blade, and the weight is rather light, coming in at 2.7, and the slicer blade stock is coming in at 98 thousandths. So very, very thin blade stock. Now let's go ahead and put up some knives for some size comparison. Basically, a little bit of knife flexing. You know how the fuck I do. First up, the AD20.5, baby. Shark's foot apparatus. Mine, of course, is rocking that gorgeous regrind, courtesy of BGM. And you can see here that, you know, overall, I think the 20.5 comes in at an overall length of 7.65. So in comparison to the slicer, which is at 6.87, you're fluctuating at almost a 1/4 inch there. Or wait a minute, let me think. 7.65. Oh shit, maybe almost an inch. I'm tripping. 3/4 of an inch. That's what I meant to say. So, you know, there is a significant difference as far as overall length. Let's do some more. This next one is the CJRB Pyrite. This one is that reverse Tonto / Warncliffe version. And we can see that the cub is also smaller than that. Let's do a couple more, shall we? How about the only other knife to have the licensing rights to use the Shark Lock? And another one that I love this year that came out, and that's going to be the Flytanium Arcade. So the cub is also smaller than that. Let's do some Kaisers. Got to have some Kaiser vibes. The Escort, fantastic offering, and also bigger than the cub. Let's do 2 more. God damn it, 2 more. How about some American dope for your palate? We're going to roll with the legendary Para 3. So the cub, once again, is smaller than that. Last but certainly not least, possibly the knife with the most bang for your buck out there. Coming from Civivi, we're looking at the Vision FG. Also bigger than that Slicer AD20.5. You know what I'm also noticing this year is this year has really been the year of finger-safe locking mechanisms. You know, I did a video fairly recently kind of showcasing the finger-safe locking mechanisms in my collection. But they just seem to have been growing with more popularity by the day, you know? They really have. And that's for good reason. You know, our fingers take a beating, at least mine do, fucking around with all these frame locks and, you know, liner locks and all that type of shit. You know, I think right now is a fantastic time to be into the knife game. There's so much innovation, so many quality knives dropping. But that being said, prices are constantly going up. So this came in at $200, like I said, 20 CV, manufactured in Taiwan. You get the Shark Lock, aluminum handles. In comparison, this arcade was the same price point, $200 for the base model. We had aluminum. We had a bigger knife overall. Granted, this is S35 VN, also manufactured in Taiwan. You know, so I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's kind of up to you. Did you want a Demko knife, branded knife, or did you want to have the same luxury of the Shark Lock, but have it be a non-Demko branded knife? I almost wonder if they're using the same OEM, if Flytanium is using the same OEM that Demko uses for these AD models, outside of the US, that is. Interesting to find out. But I want to know what you fuckers think. Are you fans of the Cub? Or do you think we could have went without it? Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time. Cut something. Cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers!